Now the people making Fear and Hunger videos are increasing, so when I tap this, I sincerely think someone may have done a video about this, and no, that's not the case, so I'm gonna do it. This is how to fight the Lord of the Flies. First of all, where do you find this enemy? This enemy can only be found in the present version of Mahabre. There are 5 different Lord of the Flies, and one of these is particular. Let me explain all of them. The first one can be found near the Tower of the Endless, and he will be dragging Jeanne. If you interrupt them, then you will have probably to fight him in order to rescue Jeanne. The second one is in the corridor that leads you to the Gaunt Knight and the Temple District. The third and the fourth one are inside of the Temple District, one in the lower part of it, the other one in the part where in the past there is the Harvestman. And the last one is quite peculiar, because you have 50% chance of having him as a normal enemy in the room with a lot of columns and the dead dragon, or 50% chance to get him in the infected flower version in the room where in the past you can find infinite stones. You can access it from the center square. But I think it's finally time to enter in battle with him. So, what does it do? First of all, his arms are gonna do always the same thing, which is Hairy Palm, a somewhat decent attack that does around 30 damage with no other effects. Then we have the head, which is gonna do, with 25% chance, a powerful attack called Bad Breath. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but is gonna put on you poison with 95% of the chance. At the end of the first turn, one of its 2 arms is gonna twitch. And this is an advertisement to us, that means during the next turn that particular arm will not do anything, but at the end of the next turn, he's gonna do a coin flip attack. And of course you can guard it, but what happens if you don't? Some of you may not know this, but if you die because of this attack in particular, then you are gonna be able to get transported by the Lord of the Flies in one of 2 cages inside of Mahabre. The first one is near the Grand Library, and the second one is in the Old Passage, near the Tower of the Endless. And you can also get teleported here when you die normally, not because of the coin flip attack, with 33% chance. But you may be asking, what do you do inside the cage? Well, if you don't have either Red Vial, Small Key or Lockpicking, then it's game over, you cannot escape the cage. If you have though, you can just run away from it, and you will have 31 HP exactly. And you can just progress with your game normally. But let's go back in battle, because we are not over with the things that the Lord of the Flies can do. So, at the start of the battle, you have a 33% chance of getting a coin flip on you. You cannot use a lucky coin on this coin flip, which I think is a nice detail that I should mention, and if you fail this coin flip, your main character is gonna throw out apparently, and you're gonna lose 10 HP instantly. And I think I should mention another funny thing. If you enter the battle with Enguarde, this event will never happen. Never. I tried like infinite amount of times, because from how the event is written in RPG Maker I wasn't completely sure, but yeah, if you enter the battle with Enguarde, you are not whatsoever gonna be able to throw out. The last important thing I should mention is, at the end of each turn, the Lord of the Flies have a 33% chance to attract flies, and this will cause around 10 damage or something. It's so small it probably isn't gonna matter. And now it's time for some things we have available to us. First of all, if you try to talk to him, then you'll be able to tell please don't, and then he will say he's not gonna kill you. Then, why are you attacking me then? And at that point he will say he will take you to his master. And if you just say, what if I don't want that, then for the rest of that turn he's not gonna do anything. It's not useful if you're by yourself, but this is gonna come up later during the 3 party member strategy. And then one last small detail, if you try to use something that is gonna burn his torso, then at the end of the turn, his head is gonna become vulnerable. Yeah, it's something similar to the Yellow Mage, and it's a nice detail, but it is never gonna be useful. For a real combat strategy is a little rough, because his torso has 700 HP on normal mode and 775 on Torrent Starvation or higher, while the arms are always gonna have 400 HP. And this is the problem. If you don't have a way to destroy one arm in one single turn, then I honestly don't think you should try to fight that. I think your best option is to try to run away. But if you really want to fight it, be sure to have something to at least deal 400 damage. If you have more than 400, you can just go for the torso and he will die at the end of the turn. Otherwise, just slowly destroy the arms. If one arm twitches, of course guard, etc. There is nothing else that I can say about this. But of course, if you are on 3 party members, you can definitely go for one party member talks in order to stop him, and the other 2 just keep attacking. Also, looking in the game files, I found apparently another sprite of the Lord of the Flies that has the shape of a door, and in the notes there is also written wooden door too. So, who knows? Maybe this was supposed to be, I don't know, something that you can find behind a door to jump scare you or something? We will never know.